For 200,000 years, one kind of human could see something the rest of the tribe couldn't. Today we call it a disability. Back then, it's the reason everyone else stayed alive. Right now, about 1 in every 12 men watching this has it, and most of them think of it as a small, annoying flaw. They fail the little test with the colored dots. They mix up a red wire and a green one. They can't be a pilot. We have a name for it, colorblindness, and we file it under broken. But here's the strange part, the part almost nobody knows. The exact same eyes that fail a modern color test would have been the deadliest pair of eyes in a Stone Age hunting party, because they can see straight through camouflage that leaves everyone else completely blind. This isn't a theory or a nice story. Scientists proved it in a lab, and the clue that led them there came from a battlefield. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why the broken eyes were the ones that spotted the predator in the grass, why evolution refused to delete a trait that looks like a mistake, and why 1 in 12 men still carries an ancient hunter's eyes without ever knowing it. Stay to the end, because it changes what the word disability even means. Let's start with what's actually wrong. Most people have 3 kinds of color sensors in their eyes, tuned to red, green, and blue. Red-green colorblindness means 2 of those sensors, the red and the green, overlap. So a whole range of colors that other people see as different just collapse into the same shade. A ripe red berry sitting in green leaves, which screams at a normal eye, can vanish into the background for a colorblind one. So on paper, this is a downgrade. Less information, a worse camera. And here's the mystery that bothered scientists for a long time. If it's just a worse camera, why is it everywhere? Red-green color blindness isn't rare. It shows up in around 8% of men, 1 in 12, generation after generation, across every population on Earth. Evolution is ruthless about deleting things that get you killed. A trait this common, this stubborn, usually means it was doing something useful. The question was, what? The first clue didn't come from a biologist. It came from a war. During the World Wars, there were strange reports coming back from observers in the field. Every so often, a soldier who was colorblind would look at a landscape and casually point out enemy positions, camouflage guns, hidden vehicles, painted netting, that the men beside him, with perfect color vision, simply could not see. There's an account from the 1940s of 2 observers watching the same field of 40 camouflaged artillery pieces. The one with normal vision found 10 of them. The colorblind one found all 40. For decades, that was just a war story. A curiosity people repeated but nobody could explain. Until in 1992, a team of vision scientists at Cambridge, led by a researcher named John Mollon, finally dragged it into the lab and tested it properly. They built a clever experiment. They made patterns where a shape was hidden, camouflaged, using color. To find the hidden shape, you had to ignore the color and read the texture underneath, the fine grain of the pattern. Then they sat 2 groups down, people with normal color vision and people who were colorblind. The result was the thing they'd been chasing for 50 years. The colorblind people found the hidden shapes faster and more reliably than everyone else. And here's the beautiful backwards reason why. Camouflage, whether it's painted onto a tank or grown onto a leopard, works by matching color. It paints the hidden thing the same color as its surroundings, so your eye glides right over it. But it can only ever hide the color. It can't hide the texture, and it can't hide the brightness. The problem is, for a person with normal color vision, all that vivid color actually gets in the way. The bright matching color floods your attention and drowns out the subtle differences in texture and shading, the very cues that would give the hidden thing away. Color, in that moment, is a distraction. It's noise. The colorblind eye doesn't get that noise. It never sees the clever matching color at all, so there's nothing to distract it. It goes straight to the texture and the brightness, and the hidden shape lifts right off the background like it was never hidden at all. The exact camouflage that fools you is invisible to them. Sit with what that means. The thing everyone calls a defect isn't seeing less, it's seeing past the trick. And you can watch that flip happen for yourself. You know those color blindness tests, the circle packed with colored dots with a number hidden inside? Most of them work by hiding a number that only normal eyes can read, so the colorblind person stares and sees nothing. But some of those exact same plates are built the other way around. They hide a number that only a colorblind person can see. Look at it with normal color vision, and there is genuinely nothing there. just dots. Hand it to the person whose eyes supposedly don't work, and they read it instantly. The hidden number was never missing. It was just invisible to you. And this isn't just a human quirk. Nature has been running this experiment for millions of years. In some species of monkey, individuals are born with different types of color vision within the same troop. Some normal, some effectively colorblind, all living side by side. And when researchers like John Mollon watched them forage, they found something remarkable. The colorblind monkeys were better at spotting camouflaged insects, the well-hidden, motionless prey pressed against bark and leaves. The normal vision monkeys were better at finding ripe, colorful fruit, same forest. Two different ways of seeing it, each one catching what the other one missed. Now carry that back 100,000 years into a human hunting band on the open savanna. Picture the group scanning a wall of grass and shadow. Somewhere in it is a leopard, flattened, holding perfectly still, its dappled coat painted by evolution to melt into exactly that light. To almost everyone in the tribe, there is nothing there, just grass. But to the one hunter whose eyes don't see color right, the leopard's camouflage does nothing. The color that's supposed to hide it means nothing to him. He sees the texture that's slightly wrong, the shape that shouldn't be there, and he sees it seconds before anyone else. In a world where one missed predator is the difference between a tribe that comes home and a tribe that doesn't, those few seconds are everything. He's not the strongest hunter. He's not even the sharpest eyed by any normal measure. He's the one who cannot be fooled. Which finally answers the mystery, why evolution kept a trait that looks like a flaw. And the answer is the twist that makes this whole story click into place. It was never that colorblind vision is simply better. It's that a mix is better than either one alone. The trichromats, the normal visioned majority, were brilliant at the color tasks, spotting the ripe fruit against the leaves, reading the red flush of blood, the warning colors, the health of a plant or a person at a glance. The colorblind minority were the ones who broke the camouflage, who caught the still hidden thing in the grass. A tribe that had both didn't just see the world one way, it saw it two ways at once. And it saw more of the world than any tribe that had only one kind of eye. That is why the defect never disappeared. It wasn't a mistake evolution forgot to fix. It was a tool the tribe couldn't afford to lose. It survived because the groups that carried it survived. And that leaves us with something strange and a little humbling about the world we've built. Because the trait itself hasn't changed at all in 100,000 years. What changed is everything around it. We built a world of traffic lights and color-coded wires, of red and green charts and glowing screens. A world where reading color correctly is the whole game. And in that world, our world, those ancient hunters' eyes suddenly look broken. They fail our tests. They get a diagnosis. We hand the person a label and quietly decide their eyes are worse than ours. But take that same person and drop them back into the tall grass with something hidden in it, and they would be the one who saw it first, the one you'd want on watch. The eyes didn't get worse. The world just stopped needing what they were built for. So the next time you hear the word colorblind, remember what it actually is. Not a broken version of normal sight, a different one. A pair of eyes that trades the color of the berry for the shape of the thing in the shadows. In a hunting party 200,000 years ago, that trade didn't make you disabled. It made you the one who kept everyone alive. The tribe made it through the ages not because everyone saw the world the same way, but because a few people saw it differently and caught the things the rest of us walk straight past. Maybe there's no such thing as broken eyes, only eyes built for a world we no longer live in, and somewhere behind about 1 in every 12 faces, that ancient hunter is still there, still quietly scanning the grass, still seeing the shape that isn't supposed to be seen.